Hello and welcome to a special edition of our Friday Luminar Coffee Break where you could ask me anything. Now, since this is hard to do a interactive questions and answers on YouTube like this, I took the liberty of looking at the keywords that people typed in, the most words or most questions they had on our user manual. And you see right at the top is batch processing is one of the key elements people wanted to learn, along with crop, layers, and LUTs. So let's see what we can accomplish in 10 minutes or less, starting now. All right, everyone, here I have a photo of my, a set of photo shoot I did of my son when he graduated from high school, something like 8 years ago. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this one image, we're going to do some real quick editing to it and then apply it or batch process it on all the images. Well, first thing I want to do is come over here to Enhance AI, and we know that's one of my favorite tools. Look at that. Enhances color, detail, tone, and depth, and it doesn't make the skin look bad. I'll come down to light. Let's enrich the dark tones just a bit and bring out the white tones. That looks good. Now, since this is a portrait, I'm going to come down to the portrait tools, and first thing I want to do is get rid of these blemishes. So there's skin defect removal, and I'm going to lightly soften his skin, not too much because he is a man. So I have that set. Now let's come up to face, and what I want to do with face, Alexa, cancel. So from face, what I want to do is remove some of the dark patches under his eyes, enhance the eyes overall, and while we're here, I know I'm prejudiced because he's my son, he has beautiful eyes, but I am going to come in here and put just a little flare underneath, all right? Now this was shot at a very, very shallow depth of field, so I'm going to come up here to light. And you know what? Let's bring the highlights back just a little bit because we're kind of blown out. All right, so that's a really good start. I like that. Let it render. And now I can either create a template or just right click. And I want to copy the adjustments. Now I'm going to press the letter L for library or the catalog, and it brings it back to this view here. Now these are my favorite ones I selected. So pressing Control or Command A, I want to select all the images. Now I have a choice. Since this is already highlighted, I could right click and under Adjustments, just say Synchronize Adjustments, and it'll synchronize the adjustments based on the image that's highlighted. Or, because I already copied the adjustments, I could just select Paste. So here's Paste, and in a moment, you'll see up in the corner, right here, you'll see it, the icon for editing. So it shows that those images were edited, and the way we edited it was using that special, the settings that I did here, we applied them all the way through. All right, so that's how we would do batch editing. Now, I want to print them all. So if they're all still selected, Control or Command A, I can come over here to the Export tab, and now I'm going to save it to disk and select Save Photo to Disk. Now when I do this, notice I don't have the option of renaming the files because they're all of them are there. They're not individual ones, and that's okay for now. So I don't mind where that is, but what I will do is this. It's showing me exactly where the image is going to be saved to. So I want to browse it, and I'm going to come over here, I like Vanelli, Senior Portraits, but instead I'm going to come up under Complete. And underscore Complete is where I want to store all of those edits. Select the folder, and then I can pick my settings. Either resize it or leave it at the actual size, or if this were like for Facebook or Instagram, I could change the size to make them smaller, let's say 1920 on the long end, and then it does the work for me. Then from here, once I click export, all those images are going to be exported to the underscore complete directory. Now, the export is going to take a while because Luminar is a parametric editor, which means all of the edits are going to be applied at the very end. So that means that it's going to take this one image, apply all of the changes that we made to it here, and then export it to that folder, and it continues all the way through. So notice how it's taking a little time for it to render, and once it's there, we're set. And bring it in. Good. So, guys, that's how we use the batch processing tools inside Luminar AI. We're able to apply the settings on, or create a setting on one image and apply it to all of them, or even just a select few. And then we could take those images and batch process them out to a folder, whether we want them for printing or if we want them for sending them off on social media. All right? Now, I'm going to let you guys in on something real quick. Don't forget, this weekend is the end of the early bird special on Luminar Neo. So Luminar Neo is on special, and I'm going to pull it up for you one moment. Let's see. So Luminar Special, or Luminar Neo is on special. And if you go to the Skylum website, and let me pull it up for you. There we go. All right, here we are. So you're on the Skylum website, and if you click on Luminar Neo up here, you'll see advertisement for it, the pre-order, and the early bird benefits. Now, keep in mind, if you pre-order now, you'll be one of the first to get it. And of course, you get it at a discounted rate. So if I click on pre-order and save, it'll bring it up. And now, since I already own Luminar products, you click here, validate your special price, and then you can pick up Luminar for a very, very small fee if you already own any versions of Luminar. Luminar AI, Luminar 3, Luminar 4, or so on. You'll get it at a discounted rate. Let me see if I can pull up without showing. Okay, perfect. Good, look at that. For $34, you can pick up a copy. If you wanted a 2-seat, it's $49. So Luminar AI is the new addition to our Luminar family. Check it out, and you'll have a blast with the new features that are coming to it. All right? So guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you at the next coffee break.